Here we go. So, a little bit about me. My name is Quinton Robinson. I'm the owner of Robinson Logistics. Um, I just turned 35 this past, matter of fact, yesterday. Wow, that's crazy. Just turned 35. And, I got to moving around a lot because my wife is in the Air Force. So I got tired of starting over. I was one of those people that had to start over at a different career every time I went someplace or had to get transferred and be that new person in the office all the time. So we went from there in South Carolina to moving out here to Arizona. Once we got out to Arizona, I ended up getting a job here in which it was very, very, very labor intensive to the point where I was like, you know what? I don't know if this is going to be right for me. Let me see what I can do as far as, creating something to where I am in control of my hours, my time, my money, all of that other good stuff. So I came across dispatching. Now, when I came across dispatching, I ended up taking multiple courses to learn about dispatching. Some people just gave me a PDF. Some people just gave me a consultation where I called and spoke with them. Some people actually went a little bit above that and gave me more information. Hold on. Some of you guys' microphones are on. There we go. And then I went from doing that to taking some marketing classes and so on and so forth for me to get my business to the next level. We now manage over 50 trucks and I have over 20 employees now, currently now. I hope that this is something that you guys are going to, definitely want to jump into because there is a lot of things that you can get from that, financial freedom, so on and so forth. Now, for those of you that don't don't know how to structure a business, I also teach that how to structure your business, which is getting your EIN, your LLC, all of that other good stuff. Your DMB number or DUNS number for you to be able to create a credit profile. Now, with that being said, I know that some of you guys are actual dispatchers, but you just need, a little help to get from point A to point B. Usually, the question that I get is there a way, easier way for me to find carriers? And it definitely is. There's multiple ways to find carriers. Okay, so without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and go in and show you guys how to find some carriers, and then I'm also going to show you guys a different way, because I know some of you guys probably are already dispatching and everything and need shippers. So I'm going to show you guys how to get shippers as well. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right. So here we are. We are at Google. So when you're at Google, if you guys have a question, you could also type it, excuse me, you could also type it inside the chat as well. If you have any questions as I'm going, feel free to raise your hand so I could get to you. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to FMCSA now, licensing and insurance. Now, this particular place right here is where people go to get their authority. Now, their authority or MC authority, motor carrier authority, is simply where they would go and they would actually get authorized to drive that massive vehicle down the street, right? So they're going to need their insurance and all of that other stuff for them to get going. However, we can actually use this, you guys, to find carriers. We also can use this site right here to run their number to be able to, see their history, if they're up on their insurance, if they have any what do you call it, safety issues and so on and so forth. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to click over in this box right here, and we're going to go to FMCSA register. We're going to click that. Now, once you click that go and you get right here, this is where it gets super cool at, right? Because this is from every day since July 19th, 2021. Oh, someone's drawing on the screen. I don't know how to get rid of it. Okay. But yes, 2020, July 19th, 2021, all the way up to July 30th. These are people that new in the sense of brand new to trucking, but they are brand new to owning their own authority or owning their own uh trucking company, right? So they can actually work for a trucking company and do not have an MC number. That company will have that number, right? So you could click on any one of these days. I typically tell you guys to click on PDF, right? Now, when you click on PDF, you're going to see decisions made and all of that stuff. See the decision date. This is the MC authority, and these are the trucking companies right here. You can scroll for a second. Here we go. We're in some right here. So here we go right here. This is a trucking company, Freight Ladies LLC. Look at there. There's a phone number and the contact name for you to give someone a call. Definitely do your cold call and make sure that you have your script in order, know what you're doing. Know what documents that you need from them, as far as having your MC authority, your COI, NOAs, and all of that other good stuff. For those of you that are new to dispatching, you're going to need an MC authority. You're going to need the COI, also known as certificate of insurance. Before you get any of that, you're going to need a pre-existing agreement. It is illegal for you to dispatch, excuse me, it is illegal for you to dispatch any truck without a pre-existing agreement. Now, it does not just stop there, because you also have brokers right here, right? So these brokers, these are people that work for the shippers. So let's say you have let's just say Walmart. You have a Walmart, and then Walmart contacts this particular broker to move printers. They need a whole truck. Well, like they need a couple of trucks to move these printers out of the way, or to, receive printers or whatever. So they're going to hire that broker. That broker is then going to tack on their percentage or whatever it is to whatever they're going to charge that shipper. In result of that, they're going to charge the shipper a fee. They're going to manipulate the numbers a little bit. Sometimes it's as low as 8%, 10%, 15%, whatever it is. You're going to see it on what's called a load board, or you're going to call a particular broker and they're going to give you a price. That price, as long as that price matches up to what your carrier is looking to gain, then that is definitely something that is definitely a load you'll be able to jump on, right? So once again, you have this right here where you get the contact names. You actually have the names. You have the phone number. You have the mailing address, just in case you want to send pins, T-shirts, flyers, whatever it is. Even if you don't get the agreement, it's at least go get the email address from these people, because just because they don't need a dispatcher today, that does not mean that they do not need a dispatcher tomorrow. Sometimes I've actually had it to where someone doesn't need a dispatcher right now, and they call you in a couple of hours because they ended up getting somewhere and getting stuck. Okay. Let me see if anyone. Okay, no one had any questions so far. Okay, so yes, you could come here. You can get your brokers. You can get the different trucking companies from here. I'm also going to jump into a little bit of load board training today as well. Now, if you wanted to get shippers, blue book, blue book. There we go. Here we go. I always put McAfee. I don't know why, but it's McRaes Blue Book, everyone. You go to McRaes Blue Book. this is a place that if you're like in between like dispatching and brokering, you can actually come here. Or you're like a dispatcher that you want to go directly to the shipper. However, you're going to the shipper as a representative of whatever that said trucking company is. You can't go to them as whatever your thing is because you cannot manipulate funds as a dispatcher, meaning you can't get paid $5,200 and then say, you know what, I'm going to pay the carrier $3,500. Can't do that. That is illegal. Now, if you went and you got $5,500, they cut the check to the carrier, you send the invoice. You could actually send the invoice to factoring companies. You could send the invoice to the actual carrier. A factoring company is no one but for a lack of words, they're basically a check cashing place, right? So what they do is they will buy the invoice at a discounted rate. So they're going to buy that invoice. Usually it's about 2 to 3%. I usually don't see higher than that. They'll buy it at a discounted rate of 2 to 3%, and then they will wait for the shipper to actually make the payment. As the shipper makes the payment, they're going to make a profit of 2 to 3%, right? So right here is where you can go direct to shipper. Now, if you're going direct to shipper, the easiest way for you to do is to know the commodity in which you want to move. So uh, in this thing, we're just going to put plastics, right? Let's just put plastics. All right. So what ends up happening is we end up with 1,150 different uh, types of plastic situations, right? You got plastic cards, you got plastic card finishing machines, you got plastic carrier cases, plastic closures, everything that you could think of, it's there, right? So let's just say, let's go with plastic bags. Let's just see what's plastic bags. Now, what happens is now, since you clicked on plastic bags, it's going to pull up every plastic bag manufacturer in the US, right? Now you can actually come over here on the right-hand side, and on this right-hand side, you can actually click your state, and it will tell you how many is in your state. So for me, I'm in Arizona, so it'll be 10 that make plastic bags, right? So let's just hit this Arizona real fast. Now we got the 10 right here. With us having the 10 right here, we click on that name, and look, we have the phone number. We also have the website. What you have to do is reach out and speak to the shipping manager. Reach out, speak to the shipping manager. Now, you're not going to be able to go direct to shipper without trucks. I'm not going to say that statement. It's not going to be as easy for you to get a direct shipper without trucks, because I actually teach people different ways to be able to get these direct shippers without trucks. You can get direct shippers without trucks. You can get brokers that's going to be on your side. You're already good with them. You're already set up without having a truck. So then when you get a truck, you have the shippers, you have the brokers, you have the network, right? It's all about creating the network, creating something to where you're having like a dedicated situation at some point, okay? Let me make sure, check, see if anyone had any questions. No one had any questions, okay? So now from that, you're able to come here, you could put in anything. You could put in lumber, you could put in shoes, you could put in paper plates, just paper, clothing, whatever comes to mind. You can put it right here. You can find these companies and you can reach out, do your cold calls, or send over your promotional material, and close on some of these shippers. Now, I know that DAT. Now I know that another question from a lot of people that do dispatching is they have problems moving straight box trucks, right? Or 26-foot trucks. For those of you that don't know what that looks like, it usually looks like a U-Haul or Penske truck or something like that. You probably see trucks that have XPO on the side, or something like a Best Buy truck, a FedEx truck, something like that. Now you're able to, you're definitely able to, systems maintenance. You're able to get that type of stuff done, right? So one of the clearest things for you is finding a load board in which you are happy with that interface, right? So you're going to have different load boards such as direct freight. You're going to have truck stop. You're going to have trucker's edge, which is DAT. You're going to have what's the other one? Trucker path. You're going to have next loads, so on and so forth. You're going to have um, and then some of these companies actually have their own load boards. So, but I'm going to show you guys how not to get your truck trapped off. Okay. Now, the one good thing about DAT is DAT usually tells you where the hot spots are. So in this case, we're looking at van. So we can go down to van. Now, right now, drive van. As you see, the blue is absolutely cold, red is hot, orange is okay, right? So we see a lot of blue out there, but we're seeing blue Arizona, New Mexico, parts of Oklahoma, all of that stuff. The Southeast region is looking good. Texas, Louisiana, Kansas, Alabama, South Carolina, North Carolina, so on and so forth. Those areas are looking better. Now, another easy way to be able to identify this is looking at what's going into the state versus what's going out of the state, right? So let's just look at Alabama as an example. Now you have Alabama, you have 100 loads going into Alabama, but you only have 69 coming out. So let's just use a hypothetical situation. Hypothetically, let's say someone jumps, you send your truck out there and your truck is one of those 100. Only 69 are coming out, which means someone's going to get stuck. I would hate to be that person that got stuck in Alabama or got stuck anywhere. You don't want to do Arizona. Look at Arizona, 169 going in and only 58 coming out. Arkansas, that's too close for me. Cali is too close for me. Let's see who has a good number. Someone should have a good number, but the market is kind of messed up right now. Okay, Ohio. Let's look at Ohio. Ohio has 196 going in and 350 coming out. Now, let's see what coming out looks like. Now, usually the easiest way, because you can actually do zones, right? So let's say Ohio, let's just go with Columbus. Columbus, Ohio. Now, what this DH-O is deadhead origin. DH-O, deadhead is just when that truck is moving and it's not earning money. So that means that they could be pulling a trailer. There's nothing in the trailer. They're not making money. If they're power only, which power only is where it's just the front side of the semi, there is no trailer attached to the semi. So power only is, again, if they don't have a trailer and they're doing what's called bobtailing or deadheading, meaning that that truck is driving and it's not making money, right? So usually I put about 150 miles. The reason why I put 150 miles is because, yes, Columbus, Ohio is right here, but I want the best loads that's around this load right here. I also teach people how to get paid for your deadhead. You definitely can get people paid for their deadhead. That just goes into your negotiation, right? So another thing about DAT that a lot of people don't know is that you can actually place them by the zone. So let's say that they were trying to get to South Carolina. Let's use South Carolina, Maryland, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia. That is Z2, zone 2. So usually when carriers want to go home, what typically happens is they want to get as close to home as possible. They don't want to just burn gas, right? So your van is the typical truck that you see all the time. That's the one that looks like Looks like it's carrying cereal or something like that in the back of it. It's going to Walmart or Target or something like that. So those are usually 53 and then about 40,000 pounds. Now, this particular portion right here, a full truck is literally a full truck. A partial just means that they're going to be able to put a piece of something on that truck. It's not going to utilize the whole truck. Now, on this load board, it has full and it has partial. On other load boards, it will be FTL, which is full truckload, or LTL, which is less than a truckload. Okay. So less than a truckload is nothing more than a partial. You guys are going to start seeing that a lot of these terms are interchangeable. They're the same thing, right? So in this case, we want some full loads, okay? We put in for today. Now, this is the thing. Right now, it's going on sort by age, which is fine. However, what we want to do is we want to find something that's as close to us as possible, right? So here we go. Where's close as possible? Now, this one right here, you see the zero. That zero is telling you that it is 0 miles away. It is 0 miles away. This Lockbourne, and that's 13 miles away. Springfield, Ohio is 45 miles. Now, with this particular load board, you're going to be able to see some things. So, like, let's go to this one for an example. Now, whenever you're looking at this stuff, make sure you read. I'm going to say it again. Make sure you read. Okay. In this case, we know it's going from Springfield, Ohio to Wakefield, Virginia. The trip is going to be 434 miles. This is going to be the name of the company. That MC authority number, make sure that if you have a carrier and they have a factoring company, call that factoring company and make sure that that factoring company is going to pay. Because sometimes these companies, they're not the best, especially this one. I'm looking at it right here. That's 49. That credit score is a 49. Closer to 100 is the better, right? So this one right here, and then they're paying in 53 days. Yeah. So I doubt a factoring company will actually back this. Okay. So let's get past that one. We're going to go to this one right here. Now, this MC authority number, they're going to ask you for an MC authority number. That MC authority number is the MC number from the driver, from the carrier, right? Well, from the driver, from the carrier, unless the person that owns the MC authority is not the driver. Meaning, I own the MC authority, I own the truck, but my son is driving. Or I own the MC authority, my son owns the truck, and he's running under my authority. Okay. You then call and you get, well, you don't even have to call him in this case because you have the MC authority already. You will call the factoring company and make sure that that factoring will be covered. Now, in the case that they don't have factoring, a lot of these brokers offer quick pay. Now, quick pay usually is about 3 to 5 business days that they make the payment. But I believe that one is up as high as, I think the highest I've seen was like 7% for quick pay. Now, they're doing exactly what a factoring company would do in that situation. The only difference is they're doing it for that one particular load versus a factoring company is doing it for all of the loads that that carrier is driving. Okay. Did anyone have any questions about that? No? Okay. So, let's see. Yeah, someone had a question? Mr. Larry?
Yes, sir.
Did you have a question?
No, that wasn't me. I was just paying attention to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you said about about with the factoring company, but you were saying like about being a dispatcher, having an LLC, but you're using the truckers MC. I mean, the dispatcher having authority number, but he's using the trucker's MC.
No, the dispatcher doesn't have to have a MC authority number.
Right.
That's brokering. As a dispatcher, you do not have to have a MC authority number. Now, you have to have a pre-existing agreement. The reason being is because when you call about this freight, you're calling as a why am I catching a brain fart? You're representing the company that you're, how can I explain that? Okay. If you're booking loads for me, right? Let's say I have a truck, I have the MC authority. I hire you as a dispatcher. So you're coming up as a dispatcher, but you're not, whenever you're doing the dispatching, you're doing it on behalf of me. Now, if you're doing it on behalf of me and they ask for that MC authority, you're never taking responsibility for the load. You're just the middleman between the broker and the actual carrier, because one of three things: either the carrier does not want to deal with that paperwork, which is the back office and all of that stuff, sending out all of these documents back and forth, or they don't have the time to do it, or they just simply want to drive. They just simply want to drive. That's it. They don't want to worry about the back end of it. They want to drive. They want to get paid. Right. So, yes, the dispatcher does not need that. So if we're searching for box truck loads, what are we putting in to pull up those loads? Yes, behalf of, that's what I was looking for. Thank you, ma'am. Now, if you're looking to do box truck loads, now there's multiple ways for you to be able to pull this off. Either you can do LTL, which is, remember, less than a truckload. Now you can do LTL of a van, right? So that means that you're doing a partial of a van. So if we're doing a partial of a van, and we know that box trucks are 26 feet, they usually go about 8,500, right? We click on that. Now look, we have some of these loads right here. Now, these are partials. Look, that's 10 feet for 5,000 pounds. Now, I know you're probably looking at that like, hold on, that's 10 feet for 5,000 pounds and it's paying $600. I don't care what is on the load board. Always call them and negotiate. Always call them and negotiate. If you don't know how to negotiate, I would suggest, working with somebody, talking to somebody, getting mentored by somebody as to how you should negotiate, okay? Because simply put, that is 10 feet at 5,000 pounds. You still have another 3,800 pounds that you can fit on this truck. You also have another, 16 feet that you can put on this truck. Now, if you put this on that truck and you're going from Pennsylvania down to, where's that, North Carolina, you can actually have something that's going from Pennsylvania going down to Virginia as well. Now, if you have something going from Pennsylvania down to Virginia as well, you are now making that truck have 2 stops. That's the first way. Is if you want to put more than 1 stop on that truck, that's how you do it, right? Now, another way that you can do this same thing is you can come here and you push on specific. If you push on specific and you scroll down, you're going to see right here, SB, straight box truck. Oh, snap. I didn't mean to push partial. Now, whenever you do that, the SB, straight box truck, remember, now we want to use the whole truck. So because we want to use the whole truck, we're going to go to full, okay? All right, hold on, wait. It's probably because I got it. All right. Now, we got this as close as 185 miles for that particular thing. Now, look at there, that's 14 feet. 14 feet, you could take that load, you could add to that load. Now, I know some of you guys are looking at this and saying, you know what, hold on. All of these don't have prices on them. That is absolutely true. However, we are able to find out ways for us to know what our bottom dollar is, right? For these particular loads. Now, if our carrier told us that they wanted $2 a mile, we're going to take that 663, which is the actual trip. And we're going to take that 663, and we're going to multiply that times 2. When we multiply that 663 times 2, that's telling us that it's 1326, meaning that our bottom dollar is 1326. 1326. So that'll be exactly what we need or needed as our bottom dollar for us to make our negotiation. Now, whenever you call them, do you start at 1326? No, you don't. You might go up to 15, 16, $100. If they tell you no, don't just get off the phone. Ask them how close can they get to that number, okay? How close can they get to that number? Did anyone have any questions as to straight trucks? Now, always remember to read. This one right here is only 14 feet, 438 pounds. You probably not going to get the whole 1326 for that one, being that it's so small. But sometimes they actually put small stuff up there for people to give them a call. And then when you give them a call, that might actually be it might actually be 24 feet or something like that. So always make sure that you call and you speak to someone, okay? Always make sure that you call and you speak to someone. Now, I'm gonna show you guys one more awesome trick, right? Now, this is one thing that you also can do is a lot of dispatchers and brokers get on the DAT board and they go and they look for trucks. Now, another thing that you can do about that is you can actually post your truck. So let's say you have a straight truck that is somewhere. This is what you can do, guys, and this will actually get your phone to be called. That's what I actually teach, is how to get your phone to be called, whether that's brokers, carriers, shippers. Your phone needs to be ringing. If your phone is not ringing, you're not making money. You're not making money. All right. So in that case, we were in what? Columbus. All right. So let's go Columbus, Ohio to any destination. We're going to be available from tomorrow all the way through. Let's go through the 2nd, right? So this is a full load. We had a straight truck. Where's that straight truck at? Straight box. Here we go. How many feet? We got 26 foot, 8,500 pounds. All right. Then your phone number, right? You got your phone number, your email address, whatever you want to put. So what you're going to do is inside your comments, you're going to put everything about that truck. So dock height with lift gate. Dock height with lift gate. Ready now, 15 miles. All right. So you put that in there. Now, if you want a reference number, you can add a reference number to that. It seems more professional. Not only does it seem more professional, but it also allows you to track what trucks they're talking about, right? So if that reference number, if that particular truck, I decided to make that particular truck 691, then whenever they call, they're going to tell me, hey, I'm looking at a truck that you have that's in Columbus, Ohio. It's ready to go anywhere that has a dock height and it with a lift gate and it's 15 miles out. And then you ask them, hey, do you have a reference number? Just in case you got multiple trucks there. If you have multiple trucks there and they give you the reference number, then you know exactly what truck they're talking about. You hit post. Boom. And now your stuff is posted to the load board. So when a lot of times before they jump up there and they start giving away these loads on the load board, they're going to do two things before that happens. Either they're going to call their friends, in which that's the reason why you need to build relationships with brokers, in which you can very well learn how to do that. Or they're going to come on here and they're going to see what trucks are available that they could just go ahead and throw some money at, so they don't have to go load up stuff on a load board and all of that other good stuff. If you do it the correct way, you will know about the loads before they even hit the load board. The load board is going to be watered down freight for you. Definitely can do that. Okay. Did anyone have any questions for me as to how to make a post? How to make a post? No? Okay. Now, from that, give me 1 second. All right. Okay, let's see. Okay, now I'm going to be giving you guys my email address right here. All right, that's my email address right there, MrQuintonRobinson@gmail.com. If you need a mentor, I do offer mentorships for those of you guys that have a company. You just want to learn some tricks. You want to learn how to find some carriers, how to get carriers' email address, cell phones, all of that other good stuff. If you need carrier profile sheets, if you need to have the workflow as to like what you need to do step by step, I actually do that. And we can actually find out what's going on within your business and we can go from there. I also offer a course. Now that course usually takes 4 weeks. 4 weeks, I teach you twice a week, Monday and Wednesday, for about an hour, hour and a half. Those are live Zooms. Excuse me, guys, I'm sorry. Those are live Zooms. And you also have the ability for you to be able to teach yourself at your own pace. There are videos there. And I also offer a 90-day mentorship after you complete the class. There's also quizzes and everything else in there. There is a actual student portal. An actual student portal. Now, let me show you guys some of this stuff. Okay, so within that, you also get this ebook that's in here that you're going to be able to go through. It's a real deal book. It has the business 101 that teaches you everything that you need for you to start your business. When I say everything, I mean everything. Everything is clickable. You click on it, it's going to pull you right up. This is where you're going to go to get your EIN, to get your employee identification number. Mentorship is $50 a month. Okay. I'm gonna be giving you guys the stuff shortly. Okay. So you got that. That is the not the PowerPoint, the ebook. Everything from your DUNS number, all of that. How to get banking, how to get a website, iDispatch, advertising and marketing, showing you how to get on billboards and so on and so forth. How to get your flyers and stuff done. Your pitch, truck and a trailer, basic glossaries. How long can a driver drive? You know, how much can they carry? What types of trailers? Even showing you the different trailers, all of that other good stuff. Documents, all the documents you would need. Communication with the driver. That's all of this stuff. This is just the ebook, people. This is just the ebook, because let's go down here to Business 101. Now, Business 101, you can actually come here, click on this. It's going to give you exactly the phone number for you to call, for you to be, and website, for you to be able to call, for you to be able to start your business in your state. Not only that, like I said, everything is clickable. So you come down in here, let's say that you did not make it to class, right? You were like, man, I really wanted to make it to class. You don't have to worry about it too much. The reason being is because we have this here for you. Oh, there we go. We have it here for you to where you can actually go here and still learn, because we have the videos here for you, right? Got the videos here for you to learn from. We also have, the live teachings that's twice a week, and then the mentorship that's after the fact. Now, you have the booklet. However, in everything, look at this. We actually have quizzes in here, you guys, right? What's the purpose of a DUNS number? That number is used to track your business credit, right? Boom. And we're able to see if you're learning, you're able to see if you're learning. If you're struggling on something, we're able to see that, okay? We're able to see all of that stuff. Let's see, I need everything too. How much is the training for dispatch? Now, this is where it gets crazy at, because the training is $3.99 for 4 weeks. It's $3.99 for 4 weeks. 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. 6 Eastern Standard. Now, I do offer a morning class and an evening class for those people that work at night. And then, you have the evening for those people that work during the morning. So we have that there. We have the $3.99 that's there, but we also offer a payment plan. That payment plan is $100 a week for 4 weeks. You cannot beat that. Now, the only difference between the two is your ability to access all of the information. The reason being is because those of you that pay in full, you're going to be able to not only move at your own pace, you could actually move before the class and then come to the class with a little bit more knowledge and wait on the actual live teaching. You can go that route, or you can do the payment plan, in which the payment plan is going to unlock for that week. So you would pay $100. You will be able to go to the 2 classes, and you will be able to sit in those 2 classes. You still have access to the portal. I apologize, y'all. I'm getting brain farts. You'll still be able to access the portal. You'll still be able to log in. You'll still be able to take your quizzes and everything, but you're only going to be able to do what's there for that week, right? Need to have a bond because of the new law. Now, I didn't see anything where they said where it had to be bonded. I believe that they were still voting on that, correct? They were still voting on that. Now, the reason why, and I don't believe that it'll actually get passed, and this is the reason why I don't believe that it'll actually get passed, is because if I owned my own trucking company, okay, let's just use me for an example. I own a truck, right? And I have a carrier inside that truck. But let's say I hired Sherelle. Let's say I hired Sherelle to be my dispatcher. When Sherelle is my dispatcher, there's nothing saying that she couldn't go direct to shipper. See, the problem is it's the dispatchers that's trying to manipulate money. Now, being that dispatchers never assume responsibility for the freight, that's the reason why. Do you think that having the English as my second language, not perfect English, is a problem at the time of talking? Okay, so what language do you speak? Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you speak Spanish, you might be in the game, because there's a lot of people that speak Spanish that drive trucks now. You're in the game. Matter of fact, you may be able to, I know a bunch of people that's looking for Spanish dispatchers. Kendra, you speak Spanish too? Wow. Yeah, you guys, make sure you guys link in with me. All right. Now, how you get here to this thing is you're going to put in iDispatch.org. I'm going to put it right here as well. And you're going to go there. Wow. Matter of fact, I don't know why I didn't turn it to a link.org. Okay. So when you get there, because I had a couple of people last week, they were telling me like, yo, it's not working. All right. So as you see, the course starts in 3 days. It starts August 4th, right? So all of you that signed up is right here where you signed up for the free class sign up. But you have to go down, down, down. It should be like right here. Mine is going to say, hold on, let me just sign out. All right. There we go. It's different now. So when you scroll down, it's going to be right under this lady, right? And you're going to see iDispatch presents. Well, Robinson Logistics presents iDispatch. And you're going to see the buy for $3.99. Now, when you do the buy for $3.99, you cannot do the payment plan there. You cannot do the payment plan there. That $3.99 is when you're going to grab the whole course at one time. If you're doing the payment plan, please, please, please make sure that you send me an email right here again at gmail.com, or go to the website Robinson Logistics Trucking of all my past and new students to network. No, I have something better than the Facebook group. I actually have a Zoom where they are able to come together and they can bounce ideas off of each other, right? So it's an actual Zoom like this of everyone that's finished. That's usually on Tuesdays, right? Usually on Tuesdays. For the most part, the students that do 4 weeks, they usually are there for probably about 2 to 3 weeks, and then they're gone. They're doing their stuff. Okay, what is the average startup cost? Does it cost to get into the low boards? Yes, there are some low boards that is free. There are some low boards that are free. However, the majority of your low boards you're going to pay. Now, do you need to go pay for a low board like Selectus? No. A lot of you probably heard about Selectus. Those of you that are dispatchers, you heard about Selectus being the actual low board that's just for straight box trucks. That is true. Is it $500 a month? Yes, that is true. Do you have to sign up for a year? Yes, that is true. You can also use my virtual fleet as well. I'm glad you said that. It depends. Usually I get people started for less than $1,500. And that's if you're going out there. That's if you're getting your website. I teach people how to get 1-800 numbers, get on billboards, how to actually market and promote their market and advertise their company, how to get that phone ringing from carriers. As far as like getting your computer, your printer, all of the things that you feel. I went and I wanted a whiteboard. I bought maps. I bought a bunch of pens and stuff like that. Calendars, lamps, computer desks. I mean, I did it all. But don't forget all of that stuff you can actually get off on your taxes. That's just a part of startup costs, okay? A part of startup costs. Now, some of the things that you will learn in here is you're going to learn how to start your business. You're going to learn how to find drivers and how to dispatch them, how to start dispatching in this little 4 weeks or finish at your own pace. There's 2 live teachings every week, Monday and Wednesday. Again, quizzes are there to make sure that you're retaining the information. There's a 90-day mentorship after completion of the course, meaning if you have a question, you could just pick up the phone. You can call me. You can hit me on Instagram as well. Now, if you are in that process, we have to find out what exactly it is that you need, right? So whenever we find out what exactly it is that you need, if you were to give me a phone call, I am more than happy to help you. I'm more than happy to let you know what's going on. On the training, will we get sample forms? I'm glad you asked that question. Hold on, let me pull this up. I gotta pause you guys for a second so I can get in here and show you exactly. Yes, you get sample forms. You definitely do. Not only do you get sample forms, but you're gonna get different scenarios as well. Oh, why did it do that? All right, here we go. So yeah, you would just essentially log in like this right here. And when you come in, there's definitely here we go. Where is it? Driver. See, that's the script, that's the workflow. Driver documents. We got sample documents in there that you can actually download. At the same time, unless dispatchers do have broker authority, not just carrier agreement or POA, but their own broker authority, license, and surety bond, they cannot post anywhere. Facebook groups that they have loads. No, Mr. Rich. I never said anything about posting loads. I said you can post your truck. If you post the truck and a broker calls you with the load, that's something completely different. I never said that you're going to post a load. You're posting that you're empty. That's the reason why you have the availability there. Okay. Mr. Rich. Okay. Well, I guess that he's in his feelings today. All right. So on that note, did anyone else have any questions for me? When does the next course start after August 4th? That one will be in September. I didn't make a date for that one yet. I did not make a date for that one yet, but it will be in September. In September. Anyone had any questions? Or just wanted to make a comment? Y'all could, August 4th. Yes, August 4th. Definitely August 4th. In the morning. Yes, we have a morning. We have a 9 o'clock. And then we have a 6 o'clock. Those will be Eastern Standard Time. Where's the best place to get your carrier agreement? I offer them as well. I offer carrier agreements as well. Only thing you have to do is just, take out one thing and put in your company name. It's a full-blown template. Full-blown template. What did you say about the Tuesday meeting? Now, the Tuesday meeting is the mentorship meeting. What is the mentor? SCE? I'm unsure what you mean by that. No, this course is definitely for all trucks. The only reasons why I even brought up straight trucks is because straight trucks usually are like the hard point of where carriers move these trucks at. They'll get box trucks, straight trucks, and can't move them. They don't know how to move them. So that's the reason why I went into that for all of those that those of you that are already dispatchers. Do you offer items all of? Okay. You may have to rephrase that. I don't get what you're saying, Miss Lakeisha. A la carte. Okay, can you explain a BOL? A BOL is nothing but a proof of delivery. Individual items like forms. Email me. Email me. I'm pretty sure we can work something out. A BOL is nothing more than, a proof of delivery, right? So that's that piece of paper that once they get there, they say, okay, well, all of this stuff was on this truck, and this is how much weight, and this is how many pieces it was. Did you receive all of these things? They're going to sign off on it if they did, or it's also going to be on there that damages and stuff like that. If they don't see any damages on the product and stuff like that, then they will sign off on it. What is the correct website to create? Is DunandBradstreet.com. DunandBradstreet.com. All right. No, you are fine. What happens if you're on payments, what happens is your class will start when the class opens up, which is on the 4th. I believe that is next Wednesday. That is next Wednesday. However, I am going to need your email for me to be able to send the invoice. If I do not send the invoice for that $100, what will end up happening is you will have to go to the website. If you go to the website to do it, it's going to be $3.99 upfront. Okay. Let's see, Kendra. Yes, BOL, bill of lading, receipt, also known as a POD. Same thing. Do you teach how to build relationship with shippers? Yes, ma'am, I do. Is the August class already full? No, ma'am, it's not, but it's not. There's a good, it's a good grip of people in which I don't like the classes to be too large. I like people to be able to bounce ideas off of each other, to get to know their classmates. That's usually where good things start happening. Okay. Let's see. Feeling quickly. Definitely is. Definitely is. We are down to what, 3 days now, I believe. Yeah, we're down to 3 days. So it's definitely going to be filling up pretty fast. I would hope that you guys be able to get in there. If you need that mentorship, once again, gmail.com. If you need that mentorship, dang, why did I? All right. That's my email for the mentorship, MrQuintonRobinson@gmail.com. That is it right there. If you're looking to get on the payment plan, also get right there. I mean, I didn't do a payment plan for the mentorship because the mentorship is just $50 a month. That's just me answering, some of your questions that you have as far as what you need to do to get your business to the next level. Okay. The payment plan is actually for the course. Payment plan is for the course. And I will also be sending you guys all of this stuff with the links in it so that if you are, trying to do something as far as that, you could make sure that you reach out to me on Instagram or email me, or even simply just give me a phone call and we could chop it up and find out what's going on with your business, or where are you within business, within doing this. So if there was no other questions, I'm gonna go ahead and conclude this this meeting. What's his name? Rich. Yeah. All right. So on that note, I look forward to hearing from a lot of you guys this coming week. And I look forward to seeing some of you guys inside the next class. I thank you guys for choosing iDispatch, coming out here to get this free information and learn how to move as far as, structuring your business. I thank you guys for coming. Thank you.